Speaking of dumb, Rod, why the fuck did you go to Iowa?
Tell us about your trip to the America's heartland of corn.
I went to learn something about myself.
What?
That's crazy.
You
And
fuck
what do you learn?
Superman?
I was really fucking bored. It's
Yeah, okay.
There's not a lot going on.
Why did you go?
I went because maybe some people know in the Discord, my friend Sam, as many we call Dr. Noodle Slam on occasion, because of the CS:GO binds, which we talked about on a different episode. He goes to medical school there. And
Oh, that's right, University of Iowa.
Yeah, and I haven't visited him before, so
Do they all only like practice on like horses and stuff?
Yeah, it's all farm animals. It's kind of a vet program, but then they just kind of stamp the
Yeah.
Yeah,
med
well, it's like
certificate
a
at the end.
horse's stomach is the same.
You know what they
It's-
say?
it's
If
pretty
you can
similar.
dodge a horse, you can
If
build
you
a car.
If you can dodge a horse, you can operate on a man's
He
brain.
got in a Zoom lecture on the way to the airport this morning. Like, he had to listen to a lecture, and the second sentence she said was that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. It's also that particular university is like the creative writing master's program, like Mecca. It's really weird. It's like it's in the middle of nowhere, and it just happens to be like the
It's
place
weird. It's
you
weird.
wanna go.
Everyone's writing about like, please get me out of this godforsaken land. They're all
Maybe
writing
that's
the
why,
same thing.
right? You become so terrorized and depressed in your own mind that you become a
So
brilliant
little
author.
happens outside that you have to be so creative inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I respect that.
Yeah, that's kind of hype.
you're
Grift.
forged.
Yeah.
Forged in
called-
the isolated fire.
I called you when you were there, and it was like a loud arena. I'm like, "Where you at?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm at a minor league hockey game. The team just opened up."
Yeah, yeah.
How was that?
I went to the Heartlanders' first game ever, which is an ECHL hockey team, which is not the level below the NHL. It is the level below that.
Okay, so they're like 8-year-olds.
Yeah, like give or take. And we were there for the opening game, and
Just
it was
watching
crazy.
a bunch
it
of
was,
toothless 8-year-olds beat the shit out of
it
each
was-
other.
It was really fucking packed. Surprisingly, like
Wow.
the whole town rolled out. So it was about like like
All of
500
Iowa
people.
showed up.
Yeah,
And
it's that in the caucus.
I got recognized at the hockey game. A
That's
yard
crazy.
fan came up at the hockey game.
That's so
He came
weird.
up and he said, "Oh shucks, Eamon, what brings you down here?"
Yeah, and I
and
was
he
like,
started ringing the dinner bell, and you're like,
I don't know,
can't
man.
do
It
it.
At halftime, everyone
busy.
went on the ice and did the Cotton Eye Joe.
He went,
I'm glad I was there because nobody can ever accuse me of being a bandwagon fan. I'm literally day one.
Yeah,
That's
and
high.
that
Yeah.
was a concern of yours.
That's
definitely.
your IPO.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That I got no money from.
Oh, it's a little too hot.
"Oh, mask off, dude."
It's getting toasty.
Dude, this
in
Batman,
Gumby's
this
head.
Batman mask has like a piece of like foam right here so that it stays off your face. But it's doing like like the water torture thing where they like drip water on your face. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's like on that spot, and I feel like I'm gonna turn into the Joker.
Yeah.
I feel it feels
That's
terrible.
hard. You have to
Get
feel
ready.
the turmoil that Batman feels.
Just swap the mask, man.